Uh, okay, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 19, Week 3. Today, we're taking a look at the team I'm going to call Cirque du Soleil this entire time, the Cryptic team, pitching tenths if you're Buttery Greg, taking on a team that we have yet to see at all, Shep's Clown Car, the avgpeen team. And with me here, as always, is the Doctor of Dota, Randy.
I'm here.
5 seconds remaining.
We got an instant Oracle ban. I've noticed people are looking at that Oracle a little bit this week. Very interesting. Maybe some pro player was running it or something. I don't know. But seems like they're thinking about that Oracle again. I don't know if I would necessarily ban it against the Steam, considering that Cryptic is not playing support on it.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh no, he is still playing support on it. It's easy to forget. To be honest with you, it's Space Cowboy P3 this time. Necro ban, VS ban. Good Money says Zeus is coming up soon.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah, I had to stop and think, cause there was another guy with a pool like that last season, but that was
Dawnbreaker. There you go.
That's Dawnbreaker. There we go.
4.5 left roll.
Yep, I'm surprised we're not seeing that pick more, to be honest, but that does clear the field for the at least hypothetically inevitable Lich pick here, I think.
10 seconds remaining.
I would be a little surprised to see anything else.
5 seconds remaining.
This would be a great Rada season, you know, Grim Lich. Classic combo.
It's true. We're now officially on, by the way.
Radiant team banned.
There's Lich. Yep. No surprises there.
Yeah, so you know, get the default heroes out of the way so you can pick interesting heroes.
There you go.
Seconds remaining.
Bugging out. The Neat
5
Span is
seconds
interesting.
remaining.
Doesn't really counter the Dawnbreaker so much anymore. Because you can't actually stop. This is something I learned pretty recently. You cannot actually stop the Dawn ult anymore except through Global Silence. It's literally the only skill that does that. For whatever reason. I think if you
We're
like
seeing
Stunner on
some-
the other side.
The hammer thing.
Oh, it's Chrisu35 again. Hello, Chrisu35. I think Chrisu35 is a guy who's been showing up for the Wii Fight on Wednesday nights casts with the other guy. Apparently,
5 seconds
is neither Comrade Chris nor Iranian
Chris.
nor the Chris that rhymes with Bliss. So that's funny. I also I don't want to speak too soon, but I think I've finally completely quashed the issue I was having where Dota would hitch whenever I would tab out. Hopefully that's the case. So that would let me reach out a bit more. Here we have Lich and Abaddon.
10 seconds
Two
remaining.
support picks that are pretty strong right now, though it is a little concerning how little CC there is so far.
Indicative of nothing.
Yeah. Doesn't really indicate anything about their team besides the fact that they're going to need to pick some stun on their core lineup. The one Lich glimpse thing is really not it.
10
It's
seconds
really not
remaining.
enough.
5 seconds remaining.
And clock into Lich could be really funny. You could cogs your teammate and then get chain frosted.
That would be pretty good. Dawnbreaker
Like the
versus
ultimate.
Lich could be funny. You could like get ulted by Lich with the little circling ult and then just
Or
deliver it to
go
somewhere
three-
else on the map.
We have a Venn diagram gaming because we have two circles and one effective circle going on.
Yeah. The Cryptic lineup so far definitely making strong plays for
seconds remaining.
I want to say map control. I always want to say map control. It's really not what it is in Dota 2 context. Yeah, apparently Spike Carapace does not actually stop. They're mentioning it now. They're 2 minutes behind, sadly. But yeah, Spike Carapace does not stop the Dawnbreaker ult anymore, apparently.
That's a rough one.
So,
So your play is basically clock hookshot onto important target, and then Dawn ulti, like Phoenix Egg is in your pocket if you need it for something else.
bans aren't particularly insane thus far, I don't think. It's just mostly banning out comfort, I think. Though I have said in the past, the this season I think is going to be more focused around meta than it is comfort. I think
10
bad
seconds
bad players on meta heroes are going to outdo good players
5
on
seconds
comfort
remaining.
heroes in this season. I think that's really where the balance state is right now. And shout outs to Geistonly who's joined us in chat. I guess I should say I didn't actually test myself that the Neek's Carapace no longer stops the Donald. I was told it and I believed it. But that was the last thing I heard is they changed it so nothing stops the Donald anymore except specifically global silence for whatever reason.
It's very strange.
It does
Why not
sound
any
weird in my
silence?
head. I don't know. Yeah, I assume that's in context of things that are like things that stop it on the other side, like things that stop it if
Spectre
you're
gaming.
not if you're where she's jumping, not where she is. In other words,
If
Spectre
I didn't
gaming.
hate this Spectre game because the Ava, I would pick it because it's good against the other 3 heroes, which they might still pick it because Ava can like
10
be a
seconds remaining.
useless support, perhaps, in a bad Ava game.
5 seconds remaining.
But, like you have the clock and 3 global, like 2 global heroes, so could be an interesting pick. They might decide they have like too much global though, and decide like clock down is enough, and get like a more classical pause one big fighter.
Yeah. I mean, Spectre is a pretty classic Creme hero as well, and it's one of those very valuable heroes that's both comfort and meta, which I think is like a real big upside in this patch. I think that's Creme's probably his biggest downside at the moment is most of his big comfort heroes are crap. So having one that's good in context, and is comfortable, yeah, I can definitely see that. I don't think his support of badness is scary enough for me to be dissuaded from it.
No,
Like I'm not really sweating it, especially with that orchid thing.
it's like Snap is food, which is probably food because you're 1v1ing him usually. And Elk
Radiant team
probably
ban.
okay.
The DK isn't bad, but I do
Dire
feel
team
like
ban.
you are kind of unnecessarily risking it here. I think you could have just
You get,
picked.
you get your spec band here,
Yeah.
probably.
I think you could have
Thinking about
picked.
it.
I think you could have picked the Spectre and then banned the Viper, and it will look like you're just protecting the Spectre. So I don't think you would have ran the risk there.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, see it's banned now, so
According to Geistonly, Professor Geistonly is in chat. You have to do it. The Carapace still works, but it has to happen on the first couple of ticks of damage before she actually physically jumps, which is super weird. I don't know. I don't like the change in general, to be frank with you. I think it's dumb. I think the old situation was fine. So that, because it's such a specific
5
counter pick.
seconds remaining.
But yeah, there you go. Clarification from chat. That's why we have it. Unfortunately, we're probably going to be clarifying a lot less things in game because it's going to be a little harder for me to keep track of chat, especially with the 2-minute delay going on. But I'll try the best I can since we have a pretty big crowd for one of the Sunday games so far.
Radiant team
it's kind of awkward now because you're picking your carry blind, and your spec is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I really would have preferred Just pick the Spectre, ban the Viper, because it just looks like you're protecting Spec, and then run the Spec, or
10
run the
seconds
DK here. I think he could have gotten away with it pretty reasonably.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, they might just ban, because it's like probably in the pool signature hero at mid, right? Like, you see the in the pool Dragon Knight basically every time he can get it.
Dire
So
team
maybe it would have been there either way.
Sniper.
Maybe what you really should have done,
Hero
interesting.
Spectre counters.
Maybe what you really should have done, perhaps, is move the Phoenix to the last pick and roll with the Spec. But then the Snap and the Alk probably wouldn't have come out if you had
10
done that,
seconds
so who
remaining.
knows.
5 seconds remaining.
Man, this is the last pick that they wanted.
Yeah, they won the coin toss for second pick, which I think an LD2L is definitely not something you're going to see more often than not. To be honest with you, I think in LD2L you're going to see a lot of first pick this season, just because there's so many just of these super must-have
You may now
heroes.
select
And
your
we're
heroes.
indeed going to get the Zeus. Very interesting to not have that banned. That's like one of avgpeen's like very signature heroes. I would say for avgpeen, there's Necro and there's Zeus and there's everything else.
I wouldn't say it's like God's gift to Zeus games, to be fair.
It's not God's gift, but it's not bad, and I really like it into the DK.
Yeah, it's good against the core
Everything,
heroes.
everything except the Phoenix, I think.
Yeah. I guess the problem is Clock can make it like a who fired first.
Kinda. No. I think there's enough in the way here that I would be sweating a little bit. As, there's enough in your way, in your face, that I'd be sweating as a Clock. I don't think you would be able to really reliably do it as much as you would want to. I believe that's going to be a core ban, by the way. I believe that's a ban pause 3.
Yes, it's also laid out so like you have your frontline heroes, Abba, Elk, and probably Lich, and then two heroes in the backline who you probably want to deal with. So you have like a Snap sending an ult and like Zeus sending a bunch of spells. So you have two heroes to target in the backline instead of just one.
Yeah.
Then neutralizing the team fight is like a little harder.
What's with this clown music? Very appropriate considering the theme of the season.
Yeah.
I've never actually
the
seen that
normal
little
one.
intro before, I don't think.
It's always sad when you have like a crazy intro and then the other one is just normal.
Actually, I guess I should say I have seen that intro before, but only when I didn't have my headphones on, so I didn't hear the clown music.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, I think overall, just because of the Zeus, I think this is a really strong Zeus game. And I think, funnily enough, what you were kind of talking about, I do think actually works against them a little bit, to some degree. Works against the other side. This Zeus pick, it's like really big. There's things that have the ability to get to the back line, make no mistake, but just you it's funny. It's like you have better tools to protect your own backline than to attack theirs. Like you have all these circles you put on the ground on the Radiant. They I think would be able. They're going to be able to protect the sniper reasonably better than the
30
Dire is going to be
seconds
able
to
to
battle.
completely protect the Zeus. But you have a lot of ability to, you have a lot of things that turn very well, and you have the Alchemist you just can't ignore, ever. Like, you just can't. It's so hard to put everything you want to put on Zeus because you run the risk of if you overcommit to the Zeus, the Alch's just gonna kill you. He's good at chasing, he has heroes that enable that really well. I think if you commit to the Zeus,
The battle
you're really
begins.
in a situation where that Alk can bring you a lot of pain. If you commit to the Alk, then you're in a situation where Zeus gets to operate freely. You've got an Abaddon who's going to be maybe an X factor inside of this, who's going to be able to play defense for a lot of these guys, which is something that the support line on the other side really doesn't have. The Phoenix is going to be a lot better at just doing damage and being a problem than it is going to be helping their own teammates out. You do have the Dawnbreaker for that. That is your P3, but it is, you know, two defensive-oriented P3s. It is going to be countering. I think Clock and Phoenix are better at reaching out and touching somebody than they are playing D like the Abaddon is, like the Snap is, I think. Either way, it's time for our favorite part of the whole cast, the roll call. For Cirque du Soleil, pause 1, you've got Krem on the Sniper. Pause 2, you've got In the Pool, Sweating on the DK. Pause 3, I hope that's not Sweating the Pool. Pause 3, you've got Space Cowboy on the Dawnbreaker. Pause 4, you've got Cryptic on the Phoenix, captain of the team. And pause 5, you've got Tristero on the Clockwork. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, on the... Oh. On the other side of the coin, on Team Shep's Clown Car, I had to think about it because we haven't actually seen these guys yet on cast. Pause 1, you've got Eternal Tanari standing in for Hurt Sound on Pause 1. Pause 2, you've got avgpeen, captain of the team, on the Zeus. Pause 3, you've got Fiery X Joe on the Abaddon. Pause 4, you've got Haywire Gorilla on the Snapfire. And pause 5, you got Shepherd Stone, formerly known as Luke's, on the Lich.
Okay.
Oh, we accidentally saw First Blood there as I tabbed out for just a brief moment. Nothing terribly shocking there, I don't
It's like
think.
poking each other and then Elk
Yep.
randomly kills them.
Yeah, just kind of Phoenix ends up overcommitting a little bit, spending just a little too much HP, and then ends up in the 7-up and melts. Geistonly pointed out, I believe I would agree with this, that the Clockwork and the Alchemist are probably going to be setting the tone for both teams. I think I agree with that. The execution factor on both of those heroes is going to be very decisive for how these games turn out. This Alchemist can be a real problem. I just don't think there's really enough that scares him on this lineup. The only thing is, like, the DK. If the DK is running away, it can be bad. This is pretty good for the Radiant, though. Nope, not quite. That Lich Frost Armor is powerful juju. Alk
I
gets
think
away.
this team also just does a lot of DPS. So like you have an Elk who's by a Radiance, a Zeus, a Lich, and a Snapfire. Like you're just gonna be watching your HP disappear if you are in the wrong spot.
Yeah, the only upside is that Abaddon isn't really a damage-doing guy, but yeah, definitely agree with that. The Lich as well.
Simply buy
Cannot
another
forget that
Radiance.
Lich. Yeah, there we go. Radiance 2. Radiance harder.
Definitely stacks, guys.
In the pool, actually doing surprisingly well so far in the lane, I guess. Zeus hasn't really gotten enough items or levels to keep the man up that consistently. I do definitely predict this is going to get worse for him the longer it goes on. Like, at like that 5-minute mark when they're about level 5, level 6, I feel like this lane is going to start really tilting away from old DK. Going to bully Zeus, attempting to go for a ward there. Zeus does get the ward, but it did cost him most of his HP. Very smart on the part of Mr. In the Pool, going for the infused raindrops here. Won't completely protect you just from how reliably Zeus is going to be able to throw out damage, but that might save you once in a while, and that is really good. It'll save you once in a while just from a kill that would otherwise be happening, and it'll soak up some of that passive damage that's coming your way. I think that's a good pickup for him in this lane. Well, like it's rocket science, but hey, you know, you point out the good when you see it, right?
The Space Cowboy has 10 denies.
Very nice.
The guy knows how to play against an Alchemist.
Yeah, he is definitely prioritizing those denies. You can see a little bit that he's also he's getting aggressive when last hits are about to happen. That's when he's liking to throw his skills in. And he's doing a little bit of the funny play where you don't really deny a creep, but you make it so the guy doesn't get the last hit. That's really what you're worried about. He did have seed money. I forget what the hell the other Elk trade even does. I've only seen seed money, but he is going to be going for a better start, and so far he hasn't really had that, which is good news for the Radiant.
Even I like a good bauble.
The Alk can definitely turn things around, especially if given enough space, but So far, this is what you want to see coming from the start, especially when Abaddon is really not doing anything in this other lane. I gotta question a little bit the idea to go for an OOC in a lane where you cannot right-click the other P1, basically. At least not reliably. I mean, I know it's very common practice to get that on app, but maybe either wait till the end of lane or just don't go for it in this specific case. Space Cowboy in danger here. Alk and the Lich running him over, and Zeus steals the kill. Nice, Zeus.
Oh yeah.
They almost get cryptic, but that Q comes off of cooldown on the Phoenix right at the worst time for them. But
pay for his life, maybe? No, Fool doesn't have mana.
yeah, Haywire Gorilla popped in at the perfect time. Gets a free regener, and did you know
Regen.
that you cannot cancel regions anymore? You can only if you get hit while you have them, it just like pauses it, which I think is another really, really stupid change, if I'm being honest. I think the part of the reason that Space Cowboy is able to win this last hit war as well is that Cryptic is doing a very good job reliably keeping. Okay, Alk almost got a little HP he had, sitting there with 40 HP.
Value.
Oh, definitely. He's actually wanting to continue persecuting this. Cryptic wants to scratch his back though on the Phoenix.
Get him? Okay.
Yeah, they almost play with their food there. Luke's trying not to steal the kill, does successfully not do so. It was a little hairy,
Dire's
but
middle tower is under attack.
that is nice and everything, though. You definitely, I think, want to see a little bit of thumb down on this sniper here, who is doing pretty much fine for himself right now. He is not really opposed in this lane at this point. Time is kind of making this worse, really, if anything. He's
You're also gonna lose your mid-tier one to this next ZK ult.
going all in on the Mist Coil in lane, which is very interesting to do on a P3 Abaddon, I must say. I mean, I guess you're not right-clicking the sniper ever, but like if you're in a lane that's going this bad on Abaddon, just go all in on a Photic so you can at least put it on and hit some creeps, you know what I mean? Like, it's very strange to me, I don't know. You're not winning these Mist Coil trades, and you're like in a really bad spot here. You just do not have the right skill comp to win an encounter like this, so not really sure. Yeah, you can see it right there. Again, like a...
Deny yourself when you're worse, sir.
Yeah, you cannot do that. A higher level Mephetic Shield. He doesn't have the Mephetic Shield! That's super weird. I guess this is why he's got that. He's got the quickening so he can spam Mist Coil more. It's not going well for him. You cannot get the quickening and then start with the OOC. Like, you either get the quickening or you get the OOC, because you don't have enough regen to sustain it right now, and Sniper just got a double kill on you as a result. Cannot be doing that, Mr. Sir. Sniper has his power treads now. He tread switched rather. It's the opposite word. Tread switch to Agi to get that assassination attempt off on the Snapfire.
Okay, Space Cowboy is in trouble.
Alchemist might have started brewing this one a little too early. Oh, very smart!
Oh, he got it!
What great teamwork! And Space Cowboy's courier is griefing, and no, don't kill the courier, it's showing you where he is! Oh, whatever. Haywire's gonna run right into him, does not actually have any skills left, though, so,
Slowly clicking to death.
Dire's middle tower
the
Scatterblast.
sniper just actually kind of randomly died, and Scatterblast missed, and the cookie hit, though.
He's better anyway.
Okay, Space Cowboy does go down. That was like an hour and a half of chasing him, though, so he's not that mad.
He's fine.
Or at least he wouldn't be that mad if Zeus hadn't gone bot and got rid of the sniper, and elicited into the pool to TP down here with the dragon form to do, like, nothing. Neither of these people are damaged at all. Whoops! That didn't go great. Krim is now playing mid.
That was done, at least.
Yeah, that was... I looked away because I thought he'd just be leaving, but nope, he was like,
I want to go back into lane with no HP. I think that's a great idea before ult.
cannot be
Yeah,
doing
he's
that,
gotta-
sir.
Gonna have some impact.
That's true. I mean, he is 3 in this patch, so you gotta be really trying to have some impact, but that is not how you do it. That's how you have negative impact, I think.
Oh, time for the map to go all weird. There we go. Cute Dawnbreaker. Speaking of Dawnbreaker,
They took out the Alchemist.
oh, that Chain Frost.
Great Chain Frost, but, oh, the cookie! Very
What,
nice.
so many spells.
Yeah. Chain Frost takes one, almost kills Lich. Cookie plus Frost Shield takes out the Phoenix as well. Hookshot and Assassinate to clean up the rest of the support line. Let's see that fight recap. Overall, actually, a win for the Radiant, who
They're
just
happy
does
because
nothing but
Alchemist
take.
dies.
Yeah, does nothing but take money, and they're happy anyway from the Alch dying, though. You know, you definitely should not get complacent. I think I have seen that sometimes happen to LD2L teams where they get that Alchemist early game, everyone celebrates, they open up the Bacardi and everything, but it's not time yet. You know, you really gotta commit to the idea.
You gotta kill him multiple times before 6 and multiple times before Radiance. They killed him once before 6, so that didn't work out, but they can still maybe kill him multiple times before
Abaddon
Radiance.
just sold his Basilius for some reason. Okay.
Misclick.
Whoops.
Happens to mess with him.
What happened, Fiery Joe? Oh no, he sold his Basilius and he's buying arcs. Uh oh. Oh man, that sucks.
I assume he wanted to sell one of the circlets that happens
Yeah.
to the best of them, you know?
Yikes.
Probably drags to sell. So.
Armlet up now on the DK. Let's take a look at that net worth chart. Not too surprisingly, DK in first place for net worth. This is a little scary. Though the Elk being pretty close behind, I think I still favor Elk in that matchup. It's just I think it's a nice, calm little matchup for Elk. It's gonna be somewhat skill-based, but I think you've got the tools to deal with the DK, not necessarily that a lot of people have.
Okay.
Swing and a miss hookshot attempt on the Lich, who's going to just walk right away with.
Don't lead him. Don't lead into your Elk. Yes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's got the Zeus behind him, who's got an Invis rune. And in fact, oh no, he actually got to Sun before the. It made it look like because in the pool got that tower, made it look like he killed the Phoenix, but. Actually, it's a little rough there. They try to go in on the Alch and they end up with 2 dead. They do get the tower, that is nice, but probably not worth the 980 gold that just fell out of their pockets.
Plus, yeah, this is going to be a pretty quick Radiance, so you're not going to get another kill on this guy more than likely, unless you 5v1 him.
They're looking at this Dragon Knight who's kind of sitting in this lane with no MP. He's going to be able to Dragon form, but all he does with that is run away.
Literally walk away from these heroes.
Yeah. Not exactly what you want to be hitting that R button for. Just the R button retreat as DK. Not great. Abaddon sold the Arcs recipe he got off the Courier and went with Phase Boots instead. Okay.
Great. He's indecisive, I guess. You know,
I will say I did see that message in chat. Who do we think is going to win a while back? Didn't want to address it until now. I think right now, my money would probably be on the avgpeen team. I did favor their draft. I don't think it's like a miserable outdraft or anything. It's definitely a winnable composition for the Radiant team. They do have a lot of upside still, even if I do favor the drier side. But lane phase, I think, has generally been to their favor. The only guy on Radiant that's that scary right now is the DK. I mean, Sniper has a lot of money, but Sniper's in sort of a not great Sniper game, if I'm being honest. And he's not really competing with the Alchemist, who's like 10 feet tall right now. This Alchemist is a big boy.
Stack stealing.
Yeah, they're stealing this giant stack though, and the Dire are going to get here, but they're going to get here like too late. Oh no, Clockwork tried to hook and just hooked the Ancients. Whoops. Zeus is ulting now. We've got a Dawnbreaker ult on one of the Clockwork cogs. That's kind of funny. Abaddon desperately trying to live. He's gonna outlive the Clockwork at least. Zeus is here in the back of this fight. DK is dead. Phoenix ult did get the Abaddon and the Snapfire, but Zeus killed the DK, and that's like the bigger story here, I think.
Yeah.
Cryptic killed the... Phoenix died and then got a kill post-mortem, which is kind of funny. But that was, overall, kind of a stalemate in a way, but I would like to point out that even though the gold is similar, the Dire do come out on top a little bit there. most of the gold that came onto Radiant went into Phoenix's pocket, which isn't really that useful. Most of the gold that came out on the Dire went into Zeus's pocket, and he can do a lot of crazy things with that money. Going right in on the Ags very quickly. I like that idea here. I think being able to just put that against this team that likes their circles, I think being able to have that is very nice. Kind of gets past it. You're able to bully the sniper a little bit with, I think. Like, he can shoot it down very quickly, but not before he at least takes a shot, you know? And oftentimes, if a fight's already gone a little hairy, it's going to encourage him to relocate. Still, even though DK did take a very casual spill, the fact that he was able to get a lot of that Ancient Camp did not really send him very far down the rankings. Flare finds the Alchemist. They're kind of... They thought about moving towards him, but I think they thought better of it after they started moving that way and realized, hey, wait a minute. He's kind of got friends right now, which is true.
I think a pretty key moment in this game is the first fight your sniper joins. Like, if it goes well because of your sniper, it can be good. But, like, your sniper just has no impact or dies. It's looking rough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. He's going for a very fast Mjolnir here, just going for Mjolnir first. In the pool, kind of in the deep here. In the deep end, he is right in the middle of 5 heroes. His allies are coming in. First Abaddon, and... or not first Abaddon. First the hook shot from the Clockwork and the Dawnbreaker. But doesn't really work. Oh, man. Oh, Sniper is here. This is the first Sniper appearance, and
what in the world?
Well, that first Sniper appearance you were talking about sure went well for them. He just got...
They're so bunched up.
Yeah. They did still walk away with some money on the edge of that, but $3,254 falls into the Radiance War chest. And unlike last time where it was just all into Phoenix, this time it's all into the Sniper and the DK. I think Zeus maybe got a little impatient with his ult there. I think if he had saved it a little longer, he could have knocked out the Phoenix and the DK pretty well. I don't think they lose anything, but a good fight there from the Radiant. I don't think anybody was expecting Sniper to show for that reasonably. I think they thought that was going to be a 4v5. I did too. He kind of showed up at a somewhat late time in the fight. I only really realized he was there because I heard a little garden gnome go, "Dance, dance!" You know.
I mean, they were very bunched up, even by that standard.
That is true. I think before Alk gets his BKB, it's going to be a little risky. Not that the BKB is going to stop the ult side of the affairs, but the Alk really wants to be able to hammer on that egg without any consequences, and he was not able to do that in that fight. He was way too slow to kill that thing before it was bad already from the Phoenix W. He's going for Blank Dagger next. I don't know necessarily how much it's going to help him. I feel like right now, the way the game has kind of turned in the last few fights means that you're going to be doing a lot more counter-initiating than initiating, and I think as Alk you can just kind of right-click to do that reasonably most of the time. We have Lich Hole ready for this next fight. If a fight is to break out here. They're actually kind of smoking. They're trying to take an unorthodox engagement here. They're going to be down Abaddon, who's building Blade Mail.
They assassinate into hookshot, but Zeus jumps out.
They found Sniper actually in the back line there. The Snapfire shows why Snapfire into Phoenix is still a good combo.
Yeah, this fight is a lost cause. DK just TPs out immediately.
Yep. The Alchemist is able to just right-click at the Dawnbreaker to make that good. Yeah, I think that might have been.
Sniper's not itemized to fight right now. Like
no, he's not.
He got that last fight, and that like made him use 10 feet tall, I guess. But
yeah. The reason that last fight went well is because nobody was expecting him to be there. I think when everybody was expecting it, the Dawnbreaker and the Zeus, well, not the Zeus because he was getting a little hammered up top, or like further north than that, but the Dawnbreaker, the Abaddon, the Lich, the 3 and under club were kind of waiting for him, and I think just to put the boots to him there. He is still not really that scary, all things considered. just all he has is a Mjolnir, basically. Mjolnir D-Lance, that's it. Yeah, Geissenly's talking about the Abaddon in this game. Yeah, it is a little hard to say exactly. Oh wait, no, he didn't go for Blade Mail. I was I was very pessimistic there. He's just going for Harpoon, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he's not a support, he's P3 Abaddon here, so he's got that going for him. I assume he just wants to be a teamfight general, and so far he's had very mixed results on that. They're kind of walking towards the Space Cowboy here at bot. I think Space Cowboy kind of sniffs a rat, though. Yeah, he's surrounded now. Good instincts on the Snapfire, on Haywire Gorilla, to immediately throw that cookie towards where the Snapfire, or where the Dawnbreaker was going. Didn't actually get the stun, but it looked cool, so there's that. It was good instincts on his part. 5v1 just snaps the poor Dawnbreaker out of existence. If there is anything that the Abaddon does, he tanks and he throws shields. I guess if you do have that quickening in this game, then you're going to be able to do that pretty reliably.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And this is definitely a game where having the ability to throw the shields on is very nice. Does it purge the fire spirits? Yes, it does. So there's also that. I think that's a pretty big one. Maybe shockingly big. I think you really don't want to have those fire spirits on your guys, and if you're able to get them off somewhat consistently, that's pretty good.
So you can see this Dire movement pattern now, literally moving as 5.
Yep. That's not true, actually. They're moving as 4 until Snapfire went through the portal last. The Clockwork kind of figured out what was going on there, just immediately threw out that flare, and as a result, Phoenix is running for the hills.
These flares have been pretty valued this game.
Yeah, that's true. DK's kind of been casually farming for a little while now. He has his mask and his, Lich's Courier survives today. He has his mask and his, armlet out now. The DK classic, going for a Blink Dagger next. Oh, Zeus's Courier. There we go. I don't think he actually got off it. Oh, no, he did.
Get on top of that, I suppose.
Can't quite tell. I think he just got the energy booster off of that.
Yeah, actually just swapped it in.
Yeah, he's had the Ags already. Oh man, look at how old this item guide is for this Zeus build. Very nice. It's like the old version of the Ags. And the old version of Aetherlunds too. The Clockwork is on it. He just immediately spotted out there at the Tormentor right now. So the smart thing to do, and indeed the smart thing that's happening, is everybody immediately walks to a lane and throws spells at the line. Push it out a little bit back. That's pretty good. Fire Snap Cookie is now healing. Very nice. It's kind of one of those shards that you don't really want to buy, but it's just really always nice to have, so.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very nice to get that out of Tormentor. Especially in a game where he's not really rolling in cash. I mean, he's got more than his pos 3 at least. He's basically another support at this juncture. He is getting Harpoon soon. Just another last hit would give it to him at this point. They try to circle for this DK, but they literally just cannot get there in time, funnily enough.
Dire's middle tower
Harpoon now out on the Abaddon. Coming off Courier. Got this Ags and Pipe build going on the Dawnbreaker. I can see it, but it's kind of sad to have to get that Pipe first. Like, just it's a bad item right now. It's a bad item, and sometimes you have to get it, but that doesn't make it not a bad item.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sniper going right into Daedalus next. I mean, why not, right? He's already got his Mjolnir, so. You remember that weird era where snipers would just build a bunch of mithril hammers? It's carpenters.
You remember. It's classic. Carpenter Sniper.
Once again, the Dragon Knight is going on a tower. once again elicits a response and then just runs away. Meanwhile, his team's doing Roche.
But how does a hammer make your gun hit harder?
Don't worry about that. How does his team keep... Oh, how does his team keep doing this? It's actually a pretty unfortunate situation because in the light of this, like, the team cannot really keep up with the DK. The DK is constantly eluding them. He's like way outpacing them, especially with the Blink Dagger now. Nobody's been able to get him for quite a while. He only has one death after all. But then if they ignore him, he just takes the tower. It feels like an old DK match, weirdly enough. Ben walks in front of the Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker says no thank you, just walks right away. That would have been a great smoke, but nobody was actually around the Lich when he used it. We got our 9-second BKB out now on the Alchemist. Everyone's taking the express route. They're actually looking for a fight here at bot. I don't know if they actually want this. This is going to be a much worse looking fight, I think.
Sniper? Oh no, Sniper's in trouble.
Yeah, the Tristero just immediately dies. Sniper in a 1v1 with the Alchemist does not win. Cryptic just has to pop that that egg. Alk tries to walk
actually
away.
Is gonna cause some issues for the Elk.
No, not less than it looks because it didn't actually catch him. He just had to kind of awkwardly withdraw at a time he probably didn't want to. He's going to take the consolation prize of killing the Phoenix.
Watch his DK will watch his team die.
Yep. Oh,
Never-
oh my god, they got him! That's huge! Huge from Lich there. Gets the evil gaze out, and now we're going to watch DK die twice. Great job, Luke.
Oh,
Great job,
man.
Shepherd's Tone. That was very big. And yep, poor DK just going to go down 2 times in a row. Very nice to see that happen. Unless you're the Cryptic team, I guess. 6 for 0 indeed. 3,502 gold changes hands before that DK kill, actually. 1,000 falls out of the Radiant's pocket, so about, let's just say, a 4.5k net worth swing takes the Dire from a deficit to a 2k, nearly 3k gold advantage. I think we're kind of seeing the...
Getting killed instantly is what went wrong in that fight.
Yeah.
And he's still not really itemized to fight.
Yeah, he's got his Daedalus now, or he got his Crystalus, he's still not got his Daedalus. It definitely is a bad-looking sign. Like, the Sniper got about as good of a position there as he could reasonably have, but it didn't really matter at all. He still just kind of died instantly. There's really, even now, when Alk has the BKB on, there's not really anything stopping him from just running to the back of the line and killing Sniper, and if you do that, the DK just doesn't win the fight. He doesn't do, you know, he does more damage than he used to. He doesn't do that much damage, you know? There's definitely, I think, a deficit damage gap there.
They tried to protect him too, like they had at least one support just sitting there casting all their spells on the Elk and he just didn't care.
I mean, in fairness, that was his 9-second BKB, so there is that element of it. You know, it's not going to be that quite that easy next time, but Zeus has a haste rune. This is a bluff on Tristero's part, but the Dire does not actually go for it here. I'll make it. Maybe they will actually, yeah. Bluff is called. Goodbye, Mr. Clockwork.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The Alk now going for Manta style, I believe. He's going for TV
Nice.
boots first and foremost.
The good news is you can't instantly lose the game because they can't get an Aegis right now. So that Roche was actually still kind of paying dividends even though they wasted the Aegis.
That is true. Ags is now out on the Dawnbreaker.
It's like
Might have been a
uphill is
little
not realistically going to happen for at least 4 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, uphill is horrible for this team as well. It doesn't help. Unless they can catch the Sniper out somehow, some way, he can stand pretty far back, let his boys do the dirty work for him, and it's like a place where he's going to just naturally have an advantage until they can get another Aegis out on the Alchemist. Phoenix bullying these creeps coming down mid.
Regeneration.
Zeus regen pops in his pocket when he has full HP mana. Sad. Just going for an Aeon Disc is a little interesting.
Radiant are
Having lost his T2 top very early on in the game is kind of a damper in the Dire's playbook as well, I think. It's kind of hindering them strategically because they have to. They now have to kind of actively maintain this lane. It's just naturally pushing against them because they've got a T1 on one side and a T3 on the other. The creeps will just be on their side more often than not. And they got a great push. They got a great lineup not only to defend but to suddenly push as well. They've got a very strong lineup with that as well.
Yeah.
So on that sort of, both people try to deny that illusion rune, and Sniper wins. Okay, the team is unified in their hatred for illusion runes.
There seems to be a wait for Roche. Space Cowboy. An elk kind of position.
Tip Lich said in chat.
Alright, Space Cowboy. God bless.
Space Cowboy tries to jump away, doesn't actually get off the ground quite in time. Dies very quickly, just in a pretty much 5v1 situation. Abaddon catches the Phoenix. Zeus drops the Ags thing a little too early, unfortunately for him. Does not quite get the kill. He has himself an E-Blade now. That could be a little dangerous, especially considering DK's BKB is not actually out yet, though it is likely to be out next time they fight. If it is, it's going to be a lot less scary. Sniper is not even thinking about a BKB, so it's going to be pretty bad for him. Like, if Zeus finds the Sniper, if he's able to meet up with the Sniper at any point, anytime soon, it's going to suck really bad for the Radiant.
Alex is going to have a Bloodthorn, so there's no purge.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Daedalus is now out on Sniper.
Yeah, so maybe he can click people.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top
And
tower
getting
is
bullied
under
in the
attack.
shade of the T2 top. Sniper throwing some hits out at the Alchemist, not actually able to do all that much. Abaddon forced to use ult here. Not exactly ideal, they're going to be missing that for another minute.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is
yeah,
under
with
attack.
the with borrowed time gone, they're just going to walk away. Alk is going to bottle this DD. Strategically very good move. I think they could theoretically do something really big with this if things go well for them here. They do have a bunch of guys sitting there at the mid without DK, so it's kind of notable. They're instead going to run on the Dawnbreaker. Maybe? I guess it kind of looks more like they're just trying to secure the Roche Pit area for when that spawns.
Yep.
Will be a little disappointing to get this entire bottle DD out on the Alchemist, do nothing with it. Dawnbreaker, looking for that refresher orb. That's really what you do with Dawnbreaker. It's like the actual hero that doesn't matter squad. It's just you get the stupid Daybreak thing, and you get the you spend all your time in the air so nobody can kill you. That's what you do as this hero.
It still says rune double damage if it's in bottle.
Oh damn! Literally
It's,
unplayable.
Unplayable. Yeah. Cancel the series.
It's a bad and set makes him look so sad when you click on him. He looks miserable. It's also old, but you know. There's the inappropriately timed DD popping for Alk. Finishes his Bloodthorn on the way of it. So the Sniper's up to. Sniper going for a Blink Dagger next. I just don't think you can keep putting off BKB unless you're very confident that the Dire's not going to be able to catch you, which, I mean, I guess right now they're not. This is like a perfect Zeus ult now moment. Like, they have no idea where anybody on Radiant is. They will find... Uh-oh, this could be really bad if they keep going for it.
I don't like Blink in this game just because he needs an item that does something. Like, I don't know why he's playing Blink.
How Phoenix accidentally lands in the Zeus Ags. Double stun on the Alk. Hulk finally gets frustrated getting bullied by these supports. Pops his, I believe that was his 7-second BKB. Oh, it was his 8-second BKB. That's so unfortunate for the Dire. They had such a great opportunity to go on that blank, but Abaddon showed on the creep wave for some reason, and that just scared everybody off instantly. Kinda rough. Going for a Manta style on the Abaddon. You don't do that anymore, my friend. That doesn't do anything for you. That's a very bad pickup now. So Abaddon is using a very old build, as it turns out. Well, not very old, but pretty old build, as it turns out. That's not great.
A goated a bad player 5 years ago. You see that sick miscoil deny?
True. The Miscoil Deny didn't even exist when the Blanket Manta style meta existed. They did not exist at the same time, so very interesting.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They do know these guys are in Roche. They did scout it out with the flare there. Albert on the Phoenix. Very unfortunate to get that Albert on the Phoenix, so I gotta tell you, because that disarm, that goes away when you put an Aphotic Shield on top of it. Even beyond the Magic community.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And Dire just lost bot T2 to creeps. Snapfire tried to deny it, didn't quite get it. It's interesting, it feels like right now you're seeing a very big distinction between like the tactical play and the strategic play. Like the Dire are up hard on the tactical play. Whenever there's like a fight actually happening, for example, the Dire are all over it. Coordination within them, you know, individual play. I think even itemization to a degree is definitely favoring the Dire right now, outside of the Abaddon. But strategically, it feels like it's all in the Radiant's hands right now. Like, they were able to slow it back down and control the pace. Once again, the Sniper is going to probably be able to completely safely buy this Blink Dagger, even though it's really not useful right now. It's not really useful yet. He's going to be able to completely safely buy it, because they're just not going to have a fight until he already has his next item, which hopefully should be BKB. He needs a BKB. He's not going to be allowed to play or win this game without one. Not with a Zeus E-Blade, not with the Alchemist and his alchemistiness. Right? You're just going to need that BKB. There's just no two ways about it. So hopefully we see that coming up next, but... You know, in this time where they really need to dodge fights, not only are they dodging fights, they're just consistently winning on the objectives front.
Tower is under attack.
Like, the Dire have one T2, Radiant have killed all of Dire's T2s.
Oh, okay. That sniper does some damage.
Yeah, Elk getting hammered here. You're finding it difficult to push into that, which isn't surprising, I mean.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alchemist loses nearly his entire life bar on that attempted push. So now they're just in this awkward situation, like they can't push and the Radiant is not giving them fights. They're just completely getting outmaneuvered. Like, this sucks for the Dire right now. Now where the advantage is now swung back into the Radiant's favor as a result, because they're just better farming heroes.
And
better farming, better, and definitely better scaling. Yeah. The Sniper will outscale an Alk, and if the Sniper doesn't outscale an Alk, the condominium of the Sniper and the Dragon Knight is most certainly going to outscale the Alk, who doesn't really have anybody who scales on his own team.
Yeah, that never else is. Yeah, it's just going to be Alk versus the world, which is a fight Alk loses.
So they definitely, I think Dire definitely are in the position now where they're going to need to wrap this up pretty soon. They did a very good job taking a very large advantage and had some very impressive looking fights, but it's only going to be the nice little platitudes I can say as the consolation prize at the end of the match if they don't wrap it up quickly. Because the longer this goes, the less likely it is they're going to be able to... Oh no. No, Fiery Joe, don't fall for it. Okay. Anyway, the longer this goes, the more likely it's going to be a Radianters takes this. We'll see what Gabe says. Gabe says it's still in Dire's favor. They don't actually have a shorthand name yet. They have not said that. Gabe says it's still in Dire's favor, and I would agree with that. If there was like a conclusive end to this match right now, I think it would be more likely the Dire winning than the Radiant, but it's getting harder and harder and harder to make that conclusive. What's Sniper doing? He's still not building a BKB. He's actually getting dangerously close to 6 slots, and he's chosen not to build a BKB, and that could be a mistake, I think. I think it is asking for, yep, you got MKB instead. I think it's asking for a lot to imagine the world where your team can just completely nicely play defense for you with so many major nasty items on the Dire.
What about play here? Smoke play?
Attempted play, but the second...
Yeah,
This is
very
good. The second that the Radiant... everyone noticed that accidental click of the outpost. The second they see the Dire leave the map, everybody just gets back under T3s. They just simply will not take a fight.
No.
Which right now is definitely to their favor. Can't imagine chat's having that much fun watching it, but it is definitely the smart way to play this. And the very moment that oh. I got some DMs. Nothing important though. In the very moment that the Dyers show back on the map, the Radiant immediately turns back. Aegis is expired. So there's that.
Okay,
In the pool just got his Radiance, or got his Satanic,
no!
and yeah, Alk just insta-killed. Goodbye, Mr. Alchemist.
The timing right in the pool.
Huge Zeus ult. That's quite nice. Ben has decided it's his destiny to stop this Zag. He does not actually kill it, but he does go back to full on the actual damage dealt to him. Not like it matters. Obviously, this team's not going to be able to fight anymore, not without that Alk, so that was big.
I'm not sure if it was serendipity for in the pool. Okay.
Yeah, I
DoorDash.
think
I'm not sure if it was serendipity for him to just listen, like hear that Aegis sound and happen to be nearby, or if he's waiting for it. But
he was trying to. He got Satanic and he was like, now we fight. That's what was going on there, I think. He didn't even need it. Like, it was not even necessary. That's the funny part. Like, they would just win that anyway. But that's a really sour mark. Let's see if Gabe agrees with me. No, he is not. He's actually saying it. Some people went bathroom. Nice. But yeah, I think that's the tipping point. I think it's now kind of tough. They're gonna need to recognize a Sniper doesn't have VKB and going to be able to capitalize on it at this point. I think that's like where their hope is now, and hope he doesn't just sell the treads and get BKB, which is a possibility, I guess. That's the only shot they have at winning is a fight where they just find the Sniper and they just kill him instantly. They're playing so defensively, doing a very good job making sure that doesn't happen. If that happens, like, even one time, the game is potentially back on the menu. Like, a Sniper has to sit there dead while a push happens, it is very bad looking. But if that doesn't happen, and if we see, as we saw in that last fight, like, the Alk just gets completely removed from existence.
I mean, I would imagine ITP is gonna play extremely aggressive on purpose, to, like, always shoot first, basically.
Yeah. He's playing kind of in a... Oh.
Okay.
Sorry.
We got juked by bathroom covers.
Damn.
Alright.
Check in before you say G, guys. Come on now.
My valuable mobile data.
He says his eggs in chart at this point. He's going for a Hex. I think that's very good for him here. It's more potential ability to keep the Sniper locked down, if they can get to him. And he's got a good ability to get to them, but he has to do it. Just because he has the ability doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen, and I do think they're doing a good job making that as difficult of a prospect as feasibly possible.
Yeah, it's like I said, you need the DK to be extremely aggro.
I think that was also the inaugural use of the Refresher on the Dawnbreaker. There you go. They are going to try and make as much use of this power play as possible. This is very good strategy. Like, the Alk is down, they recognize he almost certainly doesn't want to buy back right now. So they just immediately start hammering this tower. This Lich Frost Shield is insane. Look at this. Look at this actual
It's
nonsense.
a bit irritating.
70% damage reduction, jeez.
That's
Dire's
okay.
top tower has fallen.
Slaps that and gets a little bit of damage to the won't heal off on the range Rex, then exits.
Mm-hmm. Second the out comes up, they just all skip down immediately. Right thing to do. Roche is going to be another minute. I think that might be the backbreaker. If Radiant gets that Roche, I think that's it. And the sad thing for the Dire is it's definitely not the case for them. They can definitely get the Roche and still lose the next fight. I think that's a very feasible possibility at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Aegis hasn't really been doing much in this game.
Big news! Abaddon has got his Manta style now.
Perfect.
And Alka's trying to get his Ags. He stopped trying to get his Ags since Chow was talking about it. It's something worth, I think, at least thinking about. The Sinister Gaze AoE, I think, would be pretty good against a lineup that has, what, 1 BKB on the whole team? Yeah. 1 BKB on that whole lineup, nobody even really thinking about it. Okay, Don is actually going to get his second one, so it's going to be a little bit less effective. Yeah, you do have some interesting Aghanims on this team, and it also refunds Zeus if he gets it for him as well. Just gives him the money back, so that could be good.
Cream.
Uh-oh, they found Mr. in the pool, but he's just
Okay.
going to BKB walk away.
The sniper standing here.
Nothing happening? This is
Sniper
nothing happening.
Not standing here. Ooh, okay. Little Space Cowboys maybe dead.
Yeah, they're
nice
gonna
blink.
drop him a Dawn. They did find the sniper in the back line here. That BKB,
Nice
they can't
blink.
save him. Okay,
Oh,
no, they
he's
can
not
save him. Great hook shot. The sniper's still gonna go down though, but it did cost them the Alchemist, which means it's not worth it. Zeus now just totally at the mercy of the
Buyback on.
of the Dragon Knight. He's in the middle of a lot of damage, but the buyback on the Dawnbreaker means he doesn't care at all. Okay, he actually does care a little bit. The Phoenix did just kind of casually die. Nobody's doing like any damage in this goddamn fight. Look at this. Nobody can do anything. The Abaddon very nearly dead, actually.
You played.
That's it. Flare
Kill
comes out.
them in.
One with a breath does do the job. Space Cowboy just died back.
What a whack
Chasing
fight.
around the supports in the fight, but it's okay because the Clockwork got that Zeus. What a mess. Very strangely non-decisive fight. Technically a win for the Dire, but it doesn't feel like it because all their money just went to the supports.
Yeah, I like that Elk play, but apparently they have damage issues.
Yeah. I mean, it's not surprising they have damage issues. It almost worked out as well. It was very close to working. Like, if he had an Aphotic, that works, you know what I mean?
ITP is...
Yeah, this is a little dangerous. No, it's fine. His PKB is actually already all the way back up. That's so
Okay.
sad.
You pretended he's
Nobody-
the biggest bait of my life.
Nobody has detection for the funny Snapfire. That's a
Alright.
little sad. Tristero's gonna try and take the easy way out. No such luck, my friend.
Takes the easier way out. Oh, what is that damage?
I believe
Why
that
is my
was
Elk
the
almost dead?
Bloodthorn popping, and the damage from the Alk
Is under attack.
was the he took a hook shot. He took the rocket
Radiant's
flare,
middle tower has
They're
fallen.
crazy.
took the Shivas, and had blade mail. So there was that. I think what Alk just took actually was the blade mail
just blade mail
damage from
damage.
the end of the Bloodthorn.
Yeah. What a goofy game this is.
Kind of a small turnaround for what they lost beforehand. If they had gotten the DK, that would have been awesome, but they didn't get that DK. He is down to 6-second BKB at this point. So the sniper's up there. He has nothing queued. So I guess he's satisfied with his lineup. Gave Ags to Abaddon? Yeah, that's true. You did give the Ags to Abaddon? That was so many old. That was like the dictionary definition of not worth it. They just used Zeus ult and the Snapfire ult just to kill the Phoenix. Very
Yeah,
desperate.
Cryptic is very happy right now.
Yeah. Though that did open the door for them to do Roche here, which is
Yep,
going
make a
to.
Roche.
Yeah.
That's big actually, come to think of it.
I mean, that's going to happen if they don't kill the Phoenix. He just TPs away in the interest of fairness. He's
Yeah.
actually going to be back up by the time they're able to actually do anything with the Sage, which is the funny part. My Abba build getting Skull Basher. He has no Mist Coil shard, but he has the Skull Basher in his queue.
Dire's bottom tower.
Lich gets the free eggs. DK gets the MKB. They're really not happy about missing over there on the Radiant.
Apparently not.
Masher out on a Bastion.
They're very vexed by the Radiance.
I think the Tormentor would be a very good thing for these guys to do right now, but they are not going to be looking at that. Which, gonna push out this top wave a little bit more and then take a very slow TB down to bot. Just a little scary. Hex is up now on the Zeus. Bezel Blade coming out on the Alchemist. Soon, trademark. Lich just got E-Blade! Oh my god. Just getting scarier and scarier to be that sniper. Even for that matter, that DK's BKB only 6 seconds now, and he does not have that BKB up. It could get a little hairy. Creeps are just going to attack the range racks now up at top. Nobody's looking at this.
If you get another outplay, like the one where he blinks on Sniper, then these fights look pretty good actually, because now you have a Sheep Stick, which is very bad for Sniper, like ridiculously bad.
Yeah, he has nothing to do about that. Nobody's even building like a Solar Crest or Lincolns or anything on this lineup. Which I think you really would very much like. 9-second BKB on the Dawnbreaker now, by the way. I think you would very much like that at this point. Like, at least the Lincolns, like, you know, that doesn't un-sheep stick you, I don't think. But at least making you a target that's a little scary to go for. I mean, if Alk uses Bloodthorn on the Sniper, doesn't have his BKB ready for that, or doesn't want to use it on it, he's just kind of done for a minute, for example. Zeus hexes that Sniper. He does not have a BKB himself. Stormbreaker clock. They are very much aware that the Dire is top.
Yeah.
Clockwork is like very good with these flares of this game. Tristero, just a very good eye for where the enemy lineup is going to be in this game. Oh, that was scary. Abaddon almost got the Sniper out there. Just blinked out before he was able to do anything. Okay, they're definitely just trying to bait with a Sniper. They're just making him move forward and then just bringing him back behind the line. Completely wasted Alk BKB. That's not good. Yeah, they're gonna have to back now.
They're getting ratted too. Oh man, that's so awkward.
So they've lost their range racks. They accomplished nothing.
He used Glyph. You didn't have to go there. Like, you just wait. Like, the Glyph for the tier 2 there is you could literally just wait and then kill it and then slowly go uphill. Like, you didn't need to do some psychotic like run forward on the Elk. Like, I get why he's doing it, because they worked last time, but
They still have no detection for this Dawnbreaker. Abaddon is going to do as little damage as you're legally allowed to do to a DK. You're just going to right-click away. Radiant actually withdrawing very heavily from this. Do not want to take this fight for whatever reason. Going to lose the Phoenix on the backstroke here.
Okay.
Abaddon didn't have ult. Rest in peace. Whoopsie doodles! Easy to forget, I guess. That's horrible. Bad timing to not have the ult. Is only just now up. Just allows the Sniper to kill him for free. That works very well if the Abaddon has ult there, but he doesn't. They once again are going to town on the DK here. Dawnbreaker jumping in on top of it, lands right on top of Alk's head. Alk has no ult. It's not even off cooldown. That's his first life. That's Aegis. 20 seconds until his ult is back up. Phoenix is kind of dying here for this, so yeah, it does take a very casual spill. But like, they didn't get any cores. Oh no, the Radiant didn't get any cores. They just lost to the Dawnbreaker on that. It's a little awkward. Dawnbreaker does have buy and is going to have ult in 30 seconds, so can potentially rejoin the fight if they deem it necessary at that point. This is very
That's
awkward. Neither of these teams can finish the job, it feels like.
That was kind of also not necessary. Like, he just waited again. Like, once you kill the elk, just relax for a second.
Yeah. Definitely over-aggressive play on the part of the Dawnbreaker, I think. DK going to make another ratting attempt up here. Gets a little bit of the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, baby. Does he have BKB? Yes. He does have BKB. He's immediately going to start running away. And yeah, he's gone. This guy is Mach 10.
Anyway.
They're really not... They don't have any easy answers to that, it feels like. It does kind of feel like even now the DK has pretty good ability to just be wherever he wants at any good given time. Zeus has traded his arcs for travels. He's now got the ability to be a little bit more globally present, which is definitely not the most ideal thing to have to buy on Zeus, but it is nice to have somebody else who can get back when the creeps are just hitting their buildings, which has been just such a big problem for the Dire this game. These creeps constantly gnawing at their ankles. DK constantly able to just casually go up to a set of buildings and start eating it. Not ideal. Maybe Zeus needs to start dropping the Ags more on just waves casually. It definitely feels like there's sort of a gap there. Just the Radiant creep equilibrium is just always better. Got a Lotus Orb now on the Snapfire. Getting the DK to run this way. This is a bad idea, DK. Sentry wards under the Roche pit. They found the DK here. He doesn't have BKB for 8 more seconds. He's dead.
He's very dead.
Great catch, and here comes Space Cowboy just to follow. Got out successfully. Padden got no bashes. Very sad.
This buyback if this turns into like a serious situation.
Yeah, that is true. It's a smaller kill than it really looks like, because he has buyback and he has more than enough money. He doesn't care about using it. It's kind of a very Season 17 type situation there, I think. Cryptic managing these waves here on the sidelines for the Radiant. I assume the buyback is probably going to follow the Padden. Okay, there we go. I assume the buyback is probably going to follow the Phoenix showing up. That was maybe not the best initiation attempt on the part of Clockwork, but it doesn't really matter. Phoenix is in the base now. Alchemist is cutting waves to try and get the equilibrium more in his favor. Oh my god, Zeus just lost a lot of HP there. Sniper doesn't even have the axe. Roche's banner means nothing to the Garden Gnome. The Abaddon illusions mean nothing to the Garden Gnome. Everybody is TPing back home. Awkward.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of initiate equals win fight, basically, and that's why this team can't uphill, because like you literally, to win a fight on Dire, you need to blink on Sniper with 2 people. Elk and Zeus have to blink on him, and if that's not happening, then you're just gonna like die. He's just gonna click people.
Once again, great opportunity to do Tormentor here. I'm not really sure why they're so unwilling to do it, considering they've got this Abaddon Char that is very good for the way he's building and is just not coming out.
Dire are scanning.
Also didn't get the AoE. I think that's like a major misplay at this juncture when he personally isn't really hitting people. Like, I think if you're the Abaddon in this situation, you just want to get that shard, you want to get that AoE Mist Coil, so you can just throw Mist Coil at a crowd of people and get random bonks.
Yeah.
And soon enough, throw that Mist Coil at people and get the Eye of Scotty debuff out. In the pool, just takes one nasty look at the top range racks and they're gone too. Only melee racks survive for the Dire in those side lanes.
So that means essentially Dire can lose 2 fights and lose the game, which is a little scary. But
Radiant taking a look at this Roche. Once again, I feel like if Radiant is allowed to do this, I feel like this is dead. I guess they do have to
Yeah.
make space for it in the pool's inventory, but
They are going to be allowed to do it.
yeah, nobody's even thinking about making a real response. Somebody just noticed those wards drop there in the pool's like, I want those. Pat and I is Scotty, so you know there's that. Nobody wants his stupid Aegis. Everybody's walking away from the Aegis!
Guys. that was-
Okay, there we
thank
go.
you.
In the pool, stocks his
Fixes
MKB.
It's pretty funny.
And Sniper now has a free Ags, so that's going to be nasty for the squishier guys on the Dire. Really necessitate, I think, the Lotus Orb probably is going to need to be used around that now, I think.
Run it down mid.
Run it down top, actually. Oh, run it down mid if you're on the
There's
Dire.
already mid. Yeah.
Base race is not gonna. This is not gonna be a winning endeavor for the Dire if they try to keep this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've kind of realized that maybe. No,
What is
this is awkward.
going on here?
Radiant is disorganized. They're not handling this right. Okay, they've decided to turn it around, try to go for the Dire here. They nearly get Zeus, but okay, they do actually get Zeus in the end. Lichel comes out on just the Dawnbreaker, though everybody's shown up for the party now. Everybody inside the Clockwork Cogs now taking that Lichel damage, but it's just not enough anymore. Alk gone, Abaddon gone. Everybody's just getting run over by the sniper damage.
Okay. So again, like, you don't win fights if you don't initiate on the sniper.
And the Lich gets away, just goes invis and disappears. Alk buys back a little awkwardly early, but you knew it was going to happen anyway.
ITP will aggro you and you'll cast all your spells on him. You probably won't die. Even if he does die, his Aegis. Okay. Speaking of dying.
Yeah, he's found the Zeus. This is going to get bad though.
His Aegis.
Yeah, he has the Aegis.
Yeah. Sniper is nearby.
They actually get the stun off before he's able to BKB.
Sniper's in
Going
the
to
fight.
town on the Alchemist. Alk is dead. That's dieback on Alk.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
game, I think.
Yeah, that's
And yeah, just
Good,
casually
actually.
popping Zeus, and that's certainly the ball game. No buyback on him. Good try, little bro. You fought and died with honor.
the sickest game-winning bait by in the pool.
There you go. I think this was a situation where Radiant did a good job with the tools they had, where they knew what the deal was, how to win this game better than the Dire did. I think the Dire played the opening part of this game extraordinarily well. I think they gave themselves a lot of advantages. But the problem is that they just kind of didn't respect the fact this is an Alk game. They didn't. They didn't play this like it's an Alk game. They played this like they could have won at any time. I don't think they really respected the Sniper. One thing that was certainly never really relevant is that Sniper never had a BKB. Even now, still doesn't have one. It never meant anything. Maybe like 1 or 2 fights, but nothing decisive. Yeah, I don't think it ever happened to him once. It's just all been on in the pool. It's all been on the DK. It's just the wrongest target. Yeah, I think that's where the strategic and tactical differences are gonna come out for you. I think tactically speaking, I think the Dire just generally did a better job, which is why they lost this game with with a like 14 kill advantage. They tactically did very well within the fights. I think early on they were using the momentum that they had to their advantage in a very big way. But I think the ultimate issue, the ultimate downside is they just couldn't keep up with that. They couldn't keep up with the Sniper, and I don't think they respected it enough. They were just like, maybe it was a situation where everybody just kind of internally said, oh, we have the tools to deal with it, so it's not going to be a problem. But the tools weren't used. You know, you could have the best goddamn hammer you've ever seen, but what does it matter if it's just sitting there in the toolbox, unused, right? Or if it's being used on a screw, like what was often happening here. What was really supposed to, I think, in a good reality, be going on the sniper. It's just going on the DK over and over. Very unfortunate situation, and also... Hate this Abaddon build! What are you doing, man? This is awful! This is whack! This is 2 years ago, bro. You can't do this anymore. Either way, long game. We'll see what happens in Game 2 of this series next time